Factoring strategy 5.6. We got to get this down. Okay. First, look for common factors. For example, x squared plus 5x. Take out an x. Always look for common factors first. If you need to review that, look at my 5.4 handout or the movie. Two terms. The difference of two squares. For example, 4x squared minus 25, which would be 2x minus 5 times 2x plus 5. You need to review that. Look at 5.4. The next would be the difference or sum of two cubes. So those two formulas you will have to know by heart. You'll find that in 5.5. An example of the cubes thing, 27x cubed minus 8. That would be 3x minus 2 times 9x squared plus 6x plus 4. Next, trinomial squares, sometimes called perfect squares. An example of that, let's see, let's do that in blue down here. Let's see, how about 9x squared plus 12x plus 4. You notice that the wings have to be squares. What squared is 9x squared? 3x. What squared is 4? 2. The middle is positive. And to test it, you multiply the 3x and the 2, you get 6x and double it. You notice that's exactly what we have here. This would be how 9x squared plus 12x plus 4 factors. And if you need practice with trinomial squares, check out 5.4. Okay, next, the trinomials where the leading coefficient is 1. An example of that is x squared minus 7x plus 12. That's where you go x, x, and then play the numbers game. What two numbers add up to negative 7 and multiply out to positive 12? That would be minus 3 minus 4. And that can be reviewed in 5.5. And then the third one is where the leading coefficient doesn't equal 1. An example of that would be 6x squared plus 7x plus 2. And I'll do that one in green over here. 6x squared plus 7x plus 2. This is where you play the number game. 6 times 2 is 12. Two numbers that multiply out to 12 and add up to 7 be 4 and 3. So 6x squared plus 4x plus 3x plus 2. Then do grouping. Take 2x out of the first two terms. Take 1 out of the last two terms. And then pull 3x plus 2 out. Okay. And to review that, you'll find that in 5.5. And then the 4 terms, grouping. And you can find that in 5.4. An example of that I'll do in black over here on the left. Ax plus bx plus ay plus by. If you take an x out of the first two, and then take a y out of the last two, and then take a plus b out, you get x plus y. Okay, the last kind, which would be found in, I think, 5.4 also, I call a mix. It mixes up things, such as x squared plus 6x plus 9 minus y squared. You can't do that one by grouping. Let's see if I can get some room here and do that one. 5.4. I'm going to erase some stuff here. I'll do it over here on the upper right hand corner. Up there. So x squared plus 6x plus 9 minus y squared. The first three terms are trinomial square, x plus 3 quantity squared. Now I have the difference of two squares. It'll go x plus 3 plus y times x plus 3 minus y. That's what I call a mix. Here's some examples. We'll go through them rather quickly. Take 3x squared out, you get x plus 2. Can't go further. That's the common factor. Always try that first. Number 2 is the difference of two squares. Number 3, the difference of two cubes. Got to know the formula. And here's how it goes. Number 4, trinomial square. That's going to go x plus 4 quantity squared. In number 5, you can take out a 10x. So you'd have a squared minus 4b squared. But you can go further. This would be a minus 2b times a plus 2b. As for number 6, we should think of this as the difference of two squares first. So that would give me x cubed minus y cubed times x cubed plus y cubed. And then I can do my cube stuff. So this would go x minus y times x squared plus xy plus y squared times x plus y times x squared minus xy plus y squared. Big answer. Next page. Number 7. We can take out a 5u, so that'd be x squared minus 4y squared. And then we can factor some more. The difference of two squares, x minus 2y times x plus 2y. In number 8, that would be the sum of two cubes. So that would go x squared plus y squared times x to the 4th minus x squared y squared plus y to the 4th. In number 9, we can take out a 3x squared y. So that'd be 4y squared minus 9. And we can factor that further. That'd be 2y minus 3 times 2y plus 3. So let's see, just double checking my work, it looks good. Okay, number 10, we can take out a 2a, a 2a. Can we take out more than that? No, I guess not. So we'd have 9u squared plus 12u plus 9. That's right. And inside the parentheses here, we have, I think, a trinomial square. So we'd have 3u plus, oops, no, this should have been a 4. Sorry about that. Okay, so 2a times 2a plus 3 quantity squared. Yeah, that'll work. This is a 4. And double check that, and it does work. Number 11. Number 11, we can take out a 2. And then that's the kind that we can factor like this. So let's see, minus 6 minus 3. That works. In number 12, we can take out a 5 first. And then everything in the parentheses we could take out, we could do grouping. So take out the C plus D. That would leave A plus B. And don't forget your 5. Number 13. Oh, this is the mixed kind. The first 3 terms are trinomial square. So we're going to go x plus 1 minus y times x plus 1 plus y. Number 14. The first 3 terms are a trinomial square. And we need to take out the negative out of the last 3 terms. You know, so we got another trinomial square. And now we got the difference of 2 squares. So it will go x plus 1 minus y plus 1 times x plus 1 plus y plus 1. Well, that can be simplified. See, we're going to have minus y minus 1. The 1 disappears over there, so we'll have x minus y times, over here we'd have, and the other one, x plus y plus 2. Number 15. We can take an a out of the first 2 terms and a minus b out of the last 2 terms. And you notice now we have these matched, so this is grouping. Take x cubed minus y cubed out. And we can factor that further. X cubed minus y cubed is the difference of 2 cubes. So we'd have x minus y times x squared plus xy plus y squared times a minus b. Now for 16, we can take a 10 out, and we'd have x to the 6th plus 4y squared. Well, there's no such thing as the sum of 2 squares, so that's as far as that one is going to go. In 17, we can take a 2 out. We'd have x squared plus, well, let's reorder the terms here. Minus 20x plus 20ax. Wait a minute. No, we can't take it. We took a 2 out. Okay. So this is an a there and a 25a squared. Okay, it looks like a trinomial square in the works. This is going to be x and 5a and a minus in the middle. Let's double check that. Minus 5ax times 2. Oh, it's not. Oh my. Okay, so we have to do this one a little differently. Glad we caught it. We're going to have 2 times. Oh, that should have been a 10 there. Oh, let's start this one over. I did some serious goofing on that one. Okay, take a 2 out. We're going to have x squared minus 10ax plus 25a squared. All right, so try that trinomial square again. And if we take these and multiply them and double it, yes, it works. All right, good. Number 18, we have the difference of 2 squares. A minus 8 times a plus 8. let's get rid of this funny looking thing up there. All right. $19. That's x squared minus 18x plus 81. That will be a trinomial square. Recognize that one. In 20, we can take a 2x out. That'd be y squared minus 4x squared. Double check real quick, make sure. And we got the difference of two squares in there. So y minus 2x times y plus 2x. In number 21, we can take a 3 out. So we'd have 8x cubed plus y cubed. Inside the parentheses, we've got the sum of two cubes. So it'll go 2x plus y times 4x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. Number 22 looks like grouping. First two terms, take out a 3. No, we can do better than that. We can take out a 3f. And we'd have e minus 2g. Double check. Send it back through. 6e, 6fg. Yeah, that's good. Out of the last two terms, we can take out a plus 4d. And that would be e minus 2g. How about that? This is going to fly. 8dg. Yes, okay. And then take out e minus 2g. And we have 3f plus 4d. Okay. Number 23. Let's check that one out. Number 23. Okay, we've got to multiply these two. That's minus 120. Two numbers that'll multiply out to minus 120 and add up to negative 7 would be minus 15 and 8. So we'd have 10m squared minus 15m plus 8, n plus 8m n minus 12n squared. Now do grouping. So we will take, let's see, 5m out of the first two, 2m minus 3n, and 4n out of the last two, so that'd be 2m minus 3n, and then pull out 2m minus 3n, and we have 5m plus 4n. Bet you can't say that fast 10 times. Okay, in number 24, we can take out a 2. And, whoops, that's a minus 8. So then we're going to multiply these to get minus 24. And two numbers that multiply out to minus 24 and add up to negative 10 would be minus 12 and 2. So we're going to have 3x squared minus 12x plus 2x minus 8. Now do grouping. 3x out of the first two, 2 out of the last two, pull out x minus 4, and don't forget that 2 over there. Okay, number 25. The first three terms are a trinomial square. We got the difference of two squares now, so it's going to be y plus 6 minus 3a times y plus 6 plus 3a. Number 26, grouping time. Take x out of the first two terms. Take y out of the last two terms. And then pull out x squared minus y squared. But x squared minus y squared will factor some more, and you'll have all that. Of course, we could combine these two as x plus y quantities squared. Okay, next page. Oops. Number 27, pull out a 2. And we've got 1 minus 16x to the 4th. This is the difference of two squares. We're going to have 1 minus 4x squared times 1 plus 4x squared. But that is the difference of two squares. We can go further. It's going to be 1 minus 2x, 1 plus 2x times 1 plus 4x squared. This can't be factored further. The sum of two squares you can't do. Okay, well, in number 28, take a 7 out. And let's think of a to the 6 minus 1 as the difference of two squares. So we would have a cubed minus 1 times a cubed plus 1. Don't forget the 7. And we can go further. Difference of two cubes and sum of two cubes. So we'll have a minus 1 times a squared plus a plus 1 times a plus 1 times a squared minus a plus 1. You really got to know your formulas. That is for sure. Number 29. Do grouping. Take out a 3 out of the first two. Take an x out of the last two. And then pull out x plus 4. And you have x plus 3. Okay, in number 30, the first three terms are a trinomial square. And take a negative out of the last three. And you have another trinomial square. And now you got the difference of two squares. So here we go. This is going to be c minus d minus the quantity t minus 4. And then c, whoops, little boo-boo here. And then c minus d plus t minus 4. And that can be cleaned up a little bit. This is going to be c minus d minus t plus 4 times c minus d plus t minus 4. That's a mouthful. Okay. $31. You can pull out a 5. But that's all you can do. Not very exciting. In number 32, you can pull out a 3. And then we got to play that game. Multiply those two numbers. Two numbers at work are minus 4 and 3. So 2x squared minus 4x plus 3x minus 6. Pull a 2x out of the first two. Pull a 3 out of the last two. And then you can pull out x minus 2. And don't forget that 3. Number 33. Grouping. Take a out of the first two. Take a minus b out of the last two. And then pull out a squared minus b squared. Well, we can go further. This is a minus b times a plus b times a minus b. Number 34. You can take a 3 out. So you'd have x squared plus 6ax plus 9a squared. And we do have a trinomial square here, x plus 3a quantity squared. You can double check it. It works. And we got one more, 35. And then we'll be all done. Number 35. We'll do that one up here. The first three terms are a trinomial square, a plus b quantity squared minus c squared, and then we got the difference of two squares. So a plus b minus c times a plus b plus c. All done.